नमस्कार सभी को, आप सबका स्वागत है अरुणाचल टुडे न्यूज़ चैनल में। ऑलरेडी ग्लिम्सेस देख के आप सबको अंदाज़ा लग गया होगा कि इस वक्त हम हैं होलोंगी एयरपोर्ट पे, जहाँ पे आज मैं बता दूं कि जो होलोंगी एयरपोर्ट है वो ऑलरेडी फंक्शनल था टेम्परेरी स्ट्रक्चर पे, लेकिन आज के दिन पे ईटानगर के लोग और अरुणाचल के लोगों के लिए खुशखबरी है कि आज से जो नया जो टर्मिनल बिल्डिंग है वो ऑपरेशनल हो जाएगा। और मैं बताना चाहूँगी, इसको जायज़ा लेने के लिए, साथ ही साथ ऑपरेशनल कराने के लिए यूनियन कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर सिविल एविएशन वो आने वाले हैं। साथ ही साथ राज्य के जो चीफ मिनिस्टर है, कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर है और दूसरे डिग्निटरीज भी ये जो प्रोग्राम है ऑपरेशनल करने के लिए आने वाले हैं। और आप सब ग्लिम्सेस में देखोगे काफ़ी शानदार तरीके से बनाया गया है। कहीं ना कहीं कह सकते हैं कि जो टर्मिनल है उसका जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है उसे थोड़ा बहुत बुद्धिस्ट कल्चर से इन्फ्लुएंस्ड है, उसे बनाया गया कह सकते हैं। और कुछ ही देर में जो चीफ गेस्ट है, जो जितने भी गेस्ट हैं वो आने वाले हैं। और जितने भी दर्शक देख रहे हैं, मैं बता दूं कि ये एक खुशखबरी तो है ही है, लेकिन अरुणाचल प्रदेश में आज के दिन में 3rd नॉर्थ ईस्ट एविएशन समिट भी होने वाला है, जहां पे नॉर्थ ईस्ट के काफ़ी चीफ मिनिस्टर्स आने वाले हैं, गेस्ट आने वाले हैं ये समिट को अटेंड करने के लिए। तो कह सकते हैं कहीं ना कहीं एक रिमार्केबल डे है, जहाँ पे न्यू टर्मिनल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का ऑपरेशनल हुआ है। साथ ही साथ 3rd नॉर्थ ईस्ट एविएशन समिट भी आज के दिन में होगा। तो पूरे रिपोर्ट के लिए हमारे साथ बने रहिए। और क्योंकि आखिर में जो यूनियन कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर है उनकी तरफ से प्रेस ब्रीफ भी किया जाएगा, क्योंकि खबरें आ रही है कि काफ़ी गुड न्यूज़ कह सकते हैं, खुशखबरी देने वाले हैं इस राज्य के लिए रिगार्डिंग फ्लाइट्स को लेकर, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को लेकर, साथ ही साथ कनेक्टिविटी को लेकर। तो हमारे साथ बने रहिए, देखिए हमारा पूरा रिपोर्ट। सर, आज आफ्टर लॉन्ग टाइम बोल सकते हैं, एक्चुअल हमारा जो होलोंगी एयरपोर्ट का इनोग्रेशन होना है वो भी कैबिनेट यूनियन मिनिस्टर की तरफ से। एज अ स्टेट क्या मिनिस्टर आपकी तरफ से क्या कहना होगा सर मीटिंग के लिए?
आज तो सबसे अरुणाचल के लिए सबसे खुशी बात है, क्योंकि आज अल्टीमेटली अपना टर्मिनल आ गया। हाँ, तो उसके लिए हमने लास्ट मार्च में यूनियन मिनिस्टर को जब हम दिल्ली में इसको मिला था, देन आई अप्राइज ऑल दिस मैटर। एंड उस समय में हमारा कुछ एडिशनल फ्लाइट के लिए हो रहा था। उसमें हमारा यूनियन मिनिस्टर सिविल एविएशन ने हमको कमिटमेंट दिया है कि हम टर्मिनल इनोग्रेशन करने के लिए आएगा, एंड दैट पीरियड हम एक एडिशनल फ्लाइट देगा। लेकिन उसने भी हमको एक वर्क इंटरेस्ट कहा था कि आप काइंडली नॉर्थ ईस्ट हमारा जो सिविल एविएशन समिट जो है अगर ईटानगर में करा दीजिए। तो हमने एज पर हिज कमिटमेंट हमने आज हमारा आज से भी फिर सिविल एविएशन का समिट है, तो उसी में वो आज आया। देन इसलिए ये हमारा अरुणाचल के लिए बहुत एक गुड न्यूज़ है। एंड साथ साथ में आप रिसेंटली हमारे यहाँ से कार्गो भी शुरू हुआ, तो इसलिए उस पर उसमें हमारा जो होल टर्मिनल को शायद कार्गो के लिए हम लोग डेडिकेट कर रखा है। अरुणाचल का जितना स्मॉल फार्मर्स या जो भी बिजनेसमैन है उसके लिए भी बहुत सुविधा आज हो गया। ये इसको हम लोग स्पेशली हमारा प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी जी एंड हमारे स्टेट चीफ मिनिस्टर को हम लोग थैंक्स देना पड़ेगा। उन लोग का कमिटमेंट का कारण से आज फुलफिल हुआ है।
सर, एडिशनल फ्लाइट का आपने मेंशन किया, तो आज इसका अनाउंसमेंट होने वाला है?
एडिशनल फ्लाइट ऑलरेडी आपको पता ही है, 17 से तो हमारा डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट होगा। एंड आने वाला दिन में हम आज मेरा स्पीच भी है, प्रोस्पेक्ट का अरुणाचल प्रोस्पेक्ट का बात लेकर आज हमारा मीटिंग में मेरा स्पीच है। उसमें भी हमने पॉइंट डालकर रखा है कि यहाँ से अनदर एक फ़्लाइट साउथ यूरोप में जाना है।
सर, गुवाहाटी से कोई कनेक्टिंग फ्लाइट की बात हुआ है सर ईटानगर से?
ईटानगर से अभी तक गुवाहाटी कनेक्टिंग नहीं है। हाँ, ये डायरेक्ट फ़्लाइट होगा, दोनों चल रहा है। तो आने वाला में बहुत कुछ होगा, अभी तो शुरुआत है ना।
जी सर। और सर, फेयर प्राइजेस को लेकर भी काफ़ी बातें रखा जाता है, तो इसको लेकर एज अ कंसर्न मिनिस्टर आपकी तरफ से कुछ होगा? क्योंकि पब्लिक का काफ़ी कमेंट्स और इसको लेकर बात
नहीं, ये प्राइस को लेकर हमने जब मार्च में जब हम मिनिस्टर को मिला दिल्ली में,
जी
तो उस समय में हमने इनको बुलाया कि देखो हम कलकत्ता से बैंकॉक 5000 में जाता है,
जी
हम 7-8,000 में हम बैंकॉक पहुंच जाता है। हम अपना दिल्ली पहुंचने के लिए हमको उल्टा 25,000 देना पड़ता है। और लेकिन ये प्राइस जो है हमारा एविएशन मिनिस्टर का कंट्रोल में नहीं है। तो लेकिन यहाँ में कुछ है 10-15 सीट जैसे हमारा सब्सिडी में रख देते हैं। और शायद जो टिकट एजेंट लोग हैं, उन लोग शुरुआत में जब वो सब्सिडी वाला को खरीद कर रख लेता होगा, तब हमको सीट नहीं होकर बाद में उसका हाई रेट में बेचता है। तो ये टिकट एजेंट लोग का मतलब थोड़ा सा ये है।
तो इसको लेकर कुछ इनिशिएटिव लिया जाएगा सर?
हाँ, उसके लिए इनिशिएटिव लिया जाएगा। अभी अगर जितना हमारा फ्लाइट 2-3 फ्लाइट होने से तो ऑटोमेटिक वो प्राइस भी थोड़ा गिरेगा।
Today is a very important and a very happy day for civil aviation and also the state of Arunachal Pradesh. We have started operations from the new terminal building in the Holongi airport in Arunachal Pradesh, which has been pending to be done for some time now, and under the guidance of our Chief Minister Pema Khanduji and with the support from the government of Arunachal Pradesh and the government of India, we have completed the terminal building today and we are starting operations today also. And for the NDA government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, civil aviation has been a very important sector, and the kind of growth we have seen in the last 11 years is no match to any other country in the world. The number of airports have doubled, the number of aircraft fleet has doubled, and the number of passengers has also doubled in the last 11 years. With a growth rate of more than 10%, if you consider different sectors in the country, aviation is the only sector which has grown at this pace and which has created this kind of impact in the country also. And if you consider Northeast, the most biggest challenge for the Northeast was the connectivity. So our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has put special focus on Northeast areas and especially on the state of Arunachal Pradesh, which is an integral part of the Northeastern region. And we have created not only one but multiple places through which civil aviation operations can happen in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. One, presently we are at the Hollongi airport, which has also started in the 2022 year, and then we have Pasighat, and then there is Teju and Zero airports also. All of them under the NDA government, they have progressed, they have developed, and now they are ready for civil aviation operations. In the Hollongi airport, earlier for temporary operations until this building was completed, we have created another building which is still operational, and that was with a peak hour capacity of 150 passengers. But now, considering the potential at which the state of Arunachal can grow and the city of Itanagar can grow, we have created this terminal building with a peak hour capacity of 800, which will handle up to 15 lakh people per year also. So that is the capacity of this building. And now with this capacity, our challenge remains to give more connectivity. Today at this point of time, the Hollongi airport, the Itanagar is connected to Guwahati, Kolkata, Teju and also Delhi. And now we are putting special efforts so that we can increase the connectivity in the coming days. And I would also like to share the good news that earlier the connectivity to Delhi was 4 days a week. But from September 17th, we are going to increase the connectivity from 4 days to 7 days a week. So every day, with the help of Indigo, you will be able to fly to Delhi every day, which is a very important sector to connect. So that is one advancement that we are going to do in terms of connectivity. And there have been multiple requests also from the state government and from the Chief Minister also, who is very, very dynamic and who closely follows up for the development of civil aviation in the region. Not only with the airports, but also heliports also, which is equally important for within the state connectivity. From reaching from one district to the other or capital to other districts, sometimes it is a challenge to build an airport in every area that we think of civil operations. So it is important we connect them through heliport operations also, and that is something which we are going to do in the coming 10 years under UDAN, extended UDAN scheme. We have seen the biggest revolution in the civil aviation sector has come after we have launched the UDAN scheme, which was a brainchild of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, to improve domestic connectivity, to improve regional connectivity, where the airlines were thinking these are unviable routes. The government itself was providing the necessary support, the necessary spark so that the routes get started. and through which we were able to start more than 700 routes in the country over the last 8 years. With the success of the Udan, the central government has decided that the Udan is going to be modified and extended for further 10 more years. So that is a great assurance for the regional connectivity and also the new airports that are coming in the country. We have around 162 airports today in the country. And if you look at the target that we have, the next 5 years we have 50 more airports coming. And in the next 20 years, the plan is by Viksit Bharat 2047, where we want to see a developed country, we want to have more than 350 airports in the ecosystem. So with so much infrastructure, how do we provide connectivity between the airports is still a big challenge for us. So that challenge is being addressed by the Udan scheme. It has been truly revolutionary and a very successful scheme. So that is something which we are going to extend for 10 more years. And one important thing in the modified Udan is also that all the northeastern states, the hilly regions, and all the aspirational districts, there we want to extend the air connectivity by providing heliports in those areas. So that is a good aspect of the Udan scheme for the coming days that the northeast, especially the state of Arunachal Pradesh, also can use in the coming days. So we are creating a plan which we are also having the third Northeastern Summit also, and also the Northeastern Ministerial Conference also today itself in Itanagar. And we thank the government of Arunachal Pradesh for providing all the support to host these two events. These are very important from the state point of view, who have so many different varied amounts of issues to coordinate with the central government. Earlier, the way to address these issues was the chief ministers coming to Delhi, sitting with the government, sitting with the ministers and trying to solve them. But today we are coming to the states, we are extending our helping hand, we are discussing many issues with them on the ground in reality and trying to achieve the solutions. So these two summits that we have today are going to be very, very important and are going to provide the platform to address many of the issues which the states are facing, especially the northeastern states. And today we have the Chief Minister of Mizoram also attending, and ministers from Sikkim and Assam who are handling civil aviation also attending, and all the representatives from the other northeastern states also attending. So it is going to be a very successful conference today. And we would also like to tell the states that any kind of issues that you have, you can let us know so that we can work it out from our side, from the government of India side, so that they can be addressed in a very timely manner. And one important initiative that we have already also taken is the Udan Yatri Cafe. You would have already heard many a times the feedback from the passengers also, because now air travel is no longer an exclusive travel where only the elite are going to travel. You see that the common man today is also preferring to travel by air. We have numerous examples across the country where people coming from lower income backgrounds are also able to travel through air network. And this has been possible only because of the Udan scheme that we have, and also the vision of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And now when these kind of people are traveling, the one feedback that we got was that the prices at the airports was very, very high. So we from the government wanted to address that issue, and we started the Udan Yatri Cafe, where you see with reasonable prices we are able to provide them with water, with tea, coffee or some kind of snack, so that nobody stays hungry at the airport. This was done in Kolkata before, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Bhubaneswar, Pune, and everywhere where we started the Udan Yatri Cafe, we have received tremendous response from the passengers. So taking that initiative forward, we have opened that in Hollongi Airport also, and I can see that the passengers are very, very happy to see this initiative come up here. And we want to extend the services which we are giving to the passengers at the airports in a very big way. Airports are not just points where people are traveling from one destination to another destination. We see them as areas where we can do many other interesting things so that we can facilitate for the services provided to the passengers. One important initiative which we are going to strengthen in the future is also the library activity in the airports. So this library initiative is an inspiration from a library which was started in Bhubaneswar, where passengers can pick a book, read it, and can drop it again at that counter. So now we are thinking of creating a system at every airport so the passenger can pick up a book from one airport and drop it off at the airport, and the books can be circulated in this manner. So this, I feel, is going to be a very uh, good additional initiative which will help the passengers in helping them get access to very good books from across the country. On top of that, we are opening Kids Zone also. Today also we have opened, and that also has received some good response. So this is the activity which we want to replicate in all the airports also. And another initiative which was also the vision of our Prime Minister, and which is quite impressive, is the Avasar initiative, where airports are acting as a medium through which our self-help groups, our women groups, and the products that they are creating can be sold in the airports. So today we have tied up with the government of Arunachal Pradesh and the self-help groups in Arunachal Pradesh to market and sell their products through the airport medium. And Avasar program has been very successfully received here. So likewise, we want to replicate in the other airports also. So our whole idea is to provide more and more services for the passengers. So it will start with creating the infrastructure, providing the connectivity, and creating the necessary services. So step by step approach has been taken, and we can proudly say today that there has been tremendous growth in the country under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister over the last 11 years. But I can assure you in saying that this is just the beginning that we are going to see. There is a lot more efforts that are being put in, and in the coming days you will see that civil aviation is going to grow multifold. And wherever these areas where connectivity is very important, we are going to stress in those areas especially, and talk along with the airlines to improve the connectivity, because that seems to be the major concern today on how do we get more connectivity, not only domestic but international connectivity also. So we are thinking of creating the hub and spoke model in the country, where the smaller airports get connected to the major airports, and from there they can travel internationally with streamlined operations. So these are some of the initiatives that we are doing around civil aviation. Digi Yatra system has also come up, where you can, with the touch of a phone, without seamless interaction, you can go through the security gate, boarding gate. So these are technology interventions also that we are bringing. And one important initiative that we want to take up in all the airports across the country, especially the ones with the Airport Authority of India, is that we want to provide free Wi-Fi to all international passengers and domestic passengers in all the airports also. That also we are going to do in the coming year. We are going to put a timeline so that within a stipulated time that is completed across the country. And we are also trying to provide more charging stations, more workstations in the airports, because we are seeing business travel, student travel increasing more and more, and everyone is connected to their phones today. It is very important to provide those charging stations. So these are some interventions that we are going to bring in the future. And today, having this event here in Arunachal Pradesh gives us a good perspective on how things are moving in the northeastern region. So we are going to take a lot of feedback from here today, and we are going to ensure that whatever issues the states have mentioned to us, we are going to resolve them in a very timely manner. And once again, we would like to thank the government of Arunachal Pradesh, and especially the dynamic Chief Minister, Pema Khandu ji, who has been providing all the support. And in fact, today, our colleague in the cabinet, Kiran Rijiju ji, was also supposed to be here. But yesterday, he was given the task of going to Bihar to receive a Prime Minister of Bhutan, so he was not able to join us here. But when it comes to Arunachal Pradesh, when it comes to Northeast, he also provides a lot of good, important feedback, so that we can collectively work towards progressing in civil aviation in the country. And we are very happy to inaugurate this new terminal today, start the operations. And in the future, we are going to see that the aviation network in the Northeast region blossoms and gets all the support that is required from the government of India.
Wish that a flight from Itanagar to Bangalore in South India also
Yes.
started. I
I'm-
think Chief Minister has also returned to civil aviation.
Yes.
So are you aware of that?
Yes, I am very aware and I am very happy to know that this request has come. I come from South India only. And I would want not our 3 MPs travel to South India, I would want South India also to come here. So not only Bangalore, Hyderabad, other places are there in the south. And we have to increase the connectivity between the country also. And Honorable CM Sir has also requested regarding this. The Member of Parliaments, when they meet me in the Parliament, have also requested. So in the coming days, with the help of the airlines, we are going to ensure that the southern connectivity also improves from northeast, especially from Itanagar. Exactly. So the same problem, we don't have as many airlines as required for the demand that is originated in the country. अब पीएम साहब ने बहुत स्पीड के साथ एयरपोर्ट्स बढ़ाए, नए नए एयरपोर्ट्स हमने बनाए, जो एयर स्ट्रिप्स थे उन सबको कन्वर्ट करके एयरपोर्ट की तरह बनाए, ग्रीनफील्ड एयरपोर्ट्स बनाए. तो जिस तेज़ गति से हमने एयरपोर्ट्स बनाए, उस तेज़ी से हम एयरक्राफ्ट्स को नहीं बढ़ा पाए देश में. तो एयरक्राफ्ट्स की कमी है, ऑर्डर्स हैं अभी 1700 ऑर्डर्स हैं अभी एयरक्राफ्ट नए एयरप्लेन्स की. तो जैसे जैसे वो आते रहेंगे और जैसे कनेक्टिविटी भी बढ़ता रहेगा, तो एक तो आपकी जो समस्या कनेक्टिविटी के है वो भी सॉल्व होगा, और दूसरा जो प्राइसिंग का भी है. अब जैसे दिल्ली से यहाँ 100 सीट रखेंगे तो अगर 1000 लोग उसी में जाना चाहते हैं तो प्राइसिंग का एक तरह का रहेगा. अगर आप 500 सीट अगर प्रोवाइड करते हैं तो वो 1000 लोगों के लिए तो प्राइसिंग का अलग रहेगा. तो कोशिश हमारी यही है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए भी और ज़्यादा प्लेन्स यहाँ पे केटर करके और ज़्यादा रूट्स करें. सो दैट विल बी अ स्पेशल फोकस एरिया फ्रॉम द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सिविल एविएशन ऑल्सो, is to provide more connectivity in the region.
But compared to the price of flight from Guwahati, Guwahati Delhi flight is almost 7,000 in normal average, and we have to purchase the same ticket from Itanagar, which is just half an hour air flight from Guwahati. We have to pay 25,000. Can the government of India or the civil aviation department talk with the airline services that they can extend the flight from Guwahati to Kalonji? Then we will have more flights. We have a connecting flight from Guwahati, but we don't have problem. But we have probably should pay 25,000 instead of 7,000.
Yes, yes. So the point is also noted that there is one option of giving direct connectivity between two locations or giving a transit connectivity. So Guwahati, Kolkata are interesting points in the northeast, towards the northeast area, which can act as the hubs. So you connect everyone towards Guwahati and Kolkata, and from there they can connect to other regions, which also again brings down the prices down. So this is a point noted. That is why we are happy to come to the state so that we can get this kind of feedback. So all the feedback that we have received from the media also we will take, and we have the conference also happening. So the states we are going to discuss very thoroughly, not only Arunachal Pradesh but all the northeastern states. And we are going to note down each and every point. And from our side, from the Ministry of Civil Aviation and Government of India, we are going to put special effort, because now civil aviation is not a subject of the center alone. States are actively participating now. States are coming forward. They have their own demands. They have their own criteria on how to do it. So we are giving that priority to the states also through the conference. And we see that once the conference finishes, many good things are going to come out of this.
Eats, the fastest online food delivery service of Arunachal. Download the app